guys! Okay, so I am at the gym right now. We had some unfortunate luck with our old gym rope, the Black Diamond 9.9 gym rope. Unfortunately, it's on its last limbs. It's seen its last days. A huge section in the middle has some the sheath slippage or separation. So we have to buy a new rope, and that's what we are doing right now. So what we are purchasing, Valerie, throw it this way. Move this one out of the way. This one here is the Edelrid Boa Eco 40 meter 9.8 millimeter rope. So today we are going to take this out, get this all set up, get some climbing on it, and then I'm going to do a review on this. First impressions, what I think of it, both as a climber and as a belayer. And then we are going to go into a full spec review of what this rope has to offer compared to other ropes of a similar type on the market. So let's get started with the Boa Eco Edelrid rope. We've got it all out, unspoiled, all that stuff. And initial impressions on this rope, first off, I am in love with the way this looks. Let's just be honest for a second here. Everybody wants their rope to look like really stunning and beautiful and really cool. And I love the way this rope looks. But at the end of the day, the way the rope looks isn't all that matters. What matters is that it works and that it's safe, and that saves your life when you fall. So now we're gonna go out into the gym and I'm gonna start climbing on this, belaying with this, and figure out if I like it. But initial impressions, it's beautiful and it has a very smooth feeling to it, much smoother than our last gym rope. I'm excited to use this one. Let's get going. Let's get it. You're at like 16 millimeters. 1, 2, 3. I'm short. It is insanely busy. Oh, let's do something here. Wrong way. There we go. It is insanely busy in the gym right now, likely because we are going into lockdown in like a heartbeat, as in tomorrow. But I just wanted to give my initial thoughts on the rope after using it as a belayer and as a climber. And my initial thoughts are, love it! It's so good. It has a very like supple, smooth feel to it. Feeds through the GriGri beautifully. Lowers definitely faster than the 9.9 Black Diamond. So just a little bit of adjustment on the muscle memory there, opening the gate on the GriGri. But initial thoughts, incredible. Love it so much. And it's beautiful. And that's what matters. It's beautiful and it works and it saved my life. So I didn't fall to the ground. Yeah, so now that we have climbed on it and we've done everything on it, let's bring it home, bring it down to the gear room, aka my basement, and go over the specs of the rope, what you really want to know about it so you can decide whether or not it's the right one for you. I think it's the right one for me. I picked well, and I love it. Awesome possum. Now I can get out of this little stairwell.
Out here now, you can barely see it.
again. We got the rope back. We're in the dungeon, aka gear room, aka this is where we will review the rest of this product. I'm excited. Let's get this done. Let's take a look at the specs. Okay, we've got the rope here. Let's start going through the specs. It is again the Edelrid Boa Eco 9.8 millimeter diameter rope. It is a single rope. It's got 32% dynamic elongation on the rope. It is a dynamic rope, right? It's for sport climbing. And it's got 9.3% static elongation in this rope as well. So those stats are pretty comparable to other ones as well. Per meter, it's 62 grams. So for a 40 meter rope, that works out to be 2.48 kilograms for the whole rope. And I gotta say, that does feel lighter than the black diamond one for sure. That might have to do with the smaller diameter though. Impact force for this is 8.8 kilonewtons. Again, pretty comparable. It has a UIAA rating of 7 falls. If you don't know what that means, I have a link in the description for you. Doesn't mean that you can only take 7 falls on the rope. Another really awesome thing about how this rope is packaged is that it's 3D lap coiled. You may have noticed when I was pulling the rope out of its packaging, I could use it right away. And that is because of that 3D lap coil. Basically, that means that it's not going to kink, it's not going to tangle. You don't need to do the whole entire thing. You just pull it out of the package and you're good to start climbing on it, which is pretty awesome, very convenient. This rope is not dry treated. So what that means is it's not suitable to be used for alpine climbing, ice climbing, mixed climbing. It does, however, make a fantastic rope for sport climbing and even multi-pitch in the 60 and 70 meter rope options. So pick it up for those things, not for the wet and icy stuff. Okay, awesome. We've gone through the comparables, and it is pretty comparable to other ropes. So let's talk about what makes this rope, and why you would want it. What makes it different? Number one, it is extremely unique. This color that you see right here, you're never going to see it again. And that's because Edelrid is making these ropes out of leftover yarn from the manufacturing of their other ropes. Don't worry about the quality or the strength or the handling of this rope. That's going to be identical to the other ones. What that means though is that each of these ropes, each of the batches is going to be completely different because there's going to be different colors, different patterns. The one that you purchase is going to be unique to you, which is a really cool, nice touch. Number two, from that same concept of using leftover yarn to create the rope, it means that you're purchasing a rope that has a low ecological impact. That's why it's the Boa Eco. That is a feel good for me. It actually has a blue design product approval, so that's pretty cool too. So you know that you're purchasing something that is just better for the environment than the rest of its competitors. I like that. That's a selling point for me, along with how beautiful it is. Those two things, that's why I'm getting it. But let's talk about price point. That's the thing that kind of matters to a lot of people. And honestly, that's the reason why I bought the Black Diamond 99 gym rope, is because it was at such a cheap price point. And I'm a firm believer that you always get what you pay for. There's a massive section of meters in the middle of that rope that has sheath separation. If you don't know what that is, description as well. But this one here, for the 40 meter rope, it is before tax Canadian dollars, $161. Like I said before, a 60 meter and a 70 meter option, so I'll leave the prices here. The reason why it's slightly more expensive is typically with dynamic sport climbing ropes, the skinnier you get in diameter, the higher the price point is going to be, and that is just because the technology needs to be better in the rope for it to perform in the same way to save your life. The skinnier it gets, the better the tech needs to be, so typically the more expensive it gets as you go down in diameter. Okay, and that's it. I've provided my initial thoughts on what I thought of the rope, both as a belayer and as a climber. Loved it. Talked about the specs on it, the look of it. Everything I think is really comparable, but you do have some unique qualities with this one that I actually love. So already, I think I would recommend it. Obviously, I'm going to climb on it a lot more to give my final word, but so far so good. And I've heard great reviews on this rope anyway. So I'm sold. I'm in. With all that said, I really hope that you enjoyed this and you picked up some information that's going to help you decide whether or not the Edelrid Boa Eco 9.8 millimeter 40 meter rope is the rope that is the right one for you. Let me know if you've already picked up this rope. Would you buy it again? That's always a good indicator of whether or not it was actually a good product, is if you would purchase it a second time. So let me know about that. Like I said last time, if you are watching this or you're subscribed, you are part of the crew. So let me know how you're doing, and let's get to chatting. I would love to chat. Thank you again for watching this. I appreciate it. And I am wishing you all the best in all your climbing, always. And I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao.